Today's game plan is to target shallow water gags here in Crystal River. The water temp's perfect, 72 degrees, it's clear. We had a perfect day, perfect weather, so we set out to try to mash on some shallow water grouper.
So it's not really the prime time for grouper fishing right now, but we figured to try to get one last trip in before the water got hot. On our typical gag trips, we catch a lot of nice gag grouper and mangrove snapper and hogfish, a wide variety of fish. You're really busy all day long catching. Well, Laramy, water's warming up. I think it's gonna be our last chance to get on some good gags.
Yeah, you know, we're starting to get into the summer now. The water's gonna start warming up. Fish are gonna start pushing deeper. Right now, they're still in here from the winter time. Should be loaded up pretty good.
I'm sure all these rocks reloaded. We hammered them this fall, but.
Yeah, we did. We hammered them this fall, but here this year in Crystal River, our gag fishing in the fall was, I mean, top notch. Every rock was loaded. I mean, numbers. Fishing's doing really good. And
limits by 8 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, it was really good, and I think all them fish have definitely reloaded now, and I think it's going to be an epic day of gag catching.
Let's go get them.
Let's get them. These rock piles here we got in 30, 40 feet are normally loaded. There's a bunch of grouper, big ones, small ones. It's definitely like a very thriving environment for gag grouper. This morning, Mother Nature did not want to cooperate with us. We had 15 to 20 mile an hour gusts starting out early, so we left the dock a little bit later, pulled our bait traps, and it was definitely rougher the first part of the day. All right, G, first stop of the day.
This is it.
Let's see what this rock's about. See if we can get them fired up this time. There he is. There's something here.
Oh, I lost mine.
Bobo. Mean little sucker. Nice little gag.
Around here, it's a lot more live bottom than actual wrecks and stuff like that you see on the East Coast. A lot of these rocks are just flat rocks with a little bit of ledge on them or even a crack in the bottom that the fish will stack up in.
There's a good one.
A little better one.
That's a good one there.
Oh, this one might be a little better.
Oh.
Not the most favorable conditions today.
No, it ain't. There's some gag grouper down there.
No big ones, but.
Well, they'll get a little bit bigger than that. Pretty little gags.
So today we were targeting gag grouper, and we got out there. It was a little rougher than we expected, so we tried to keep it as shallow as we could.
About 3 or 4 with him.
Really? Same size?
Yep.
All right.
Well, gee, I think we found a bobo hole.
Yeah, if you catch 15, 20 of them, I think you might as well move.
Yeah, I don't think there's any big ones here today. Still plenty of fish. Our first stop of the morning was on fire, just like we expected. Every bait going down was bite, bite, bite. But we were running into the problem of a lot of smaller fish, like a lot of what we call bobos. Just, you know, nice 15, 16 to 20 inch grouper. And we knew that the quality of fish was not there, as many numbers as we were catching. We knew we probably should push out a little bit farther to get into some better quality.
When fishing started off a little tough, we didn't worry too bad. We got plenty of numbers, plenty of bait, best tackle you can get, and the 34 Freeman that can take us wherever we want to go.
So we just moved out a little bit farther, a little bit deeper water, a little bit bigger structure right here, Garrett. See if we can hook up with some bigger fish.
We've caught some big fish on this hole. Let's see if it produces.
A little bit better one there. Gotta get them up off the bottom out of the rocks.
A little better.
Better one there. Them suckers fight, don't they?
They pull. They got some torque. The thing I love about these gags is the torque these fish have. I mean, it's not big, long runs, but it is hard tugs. There we go.
There he is. Nope. See if he'll come back for it.
You got mine.
Nope.
Maybe a little better. There you go.
Nope.
Let me come around you.
I got him hooked that time. Oh, broke me off.
Definitely a little better fish.
Yeah, a little bit deeper. Just pulled my hook. Heck, I just had mine sitting out there after it had been hit 3 or 4 times. They were still eating it.
A little more what we're looking for. Not a bad one.
We come back for it. That's a better one. A little bit better quality out here, a little bit deeper.
There we go.
Yes, sir, that's a good one right there. It's your ordinary Crystal River shallow water gag right there. About 27, 28 incher, fat. It's a pretty fish. So after hitting a few places in that 30-foot range, we were catching the numbers. I mean, lots of fish, but they were all bobos, smaller size. So we decided to pull the plug, ran out to 50, 60 feet, and I'm glad we made the decision. Fishing was a lot better out there for quality. All of these spots we're fishing is usually just like a small rock or a small crack in the ocean floor. So basically, we're trying to set up off of the rock pile, not straight on it, because we're so shallow and the fish don't see the boat. So we try to set off of it a little bit and try to call them, so to say, off the rock. And then you have a lot higher catch number when you pull the fish off the rock so they don't get in there and break you off on the structure. So the water quality is actually crystal clear. We haven't had any rain here lately to dirty up the water. The winds haven't been dirtying it. So I think that made the bite a little bit tougher. So to say that the fish could see the boat a lot better. Usually the prime time is when you got like a slight stain to the water where they can't see the boat is good. So the clear water made it a little bit tougher. Fortunately, you can make adjustments with the clear water. We stepped down a leader size and they just went to biting and biting and biting and biting even more. Here he is. Switched over to the bottom. Just a little guy. Little nice guy.
There we go.
Good one right there. A little bit different from the bottom rod to the spinning.
Looked pretty easy.
Yeah, it wasn't as hard for sure. Pretty fish right there. Made it push a little deeper and looks like it's starting to work out.
Yeah, I knew we'd have to make a pretty big move to get out of that same area. Just catching nothing but small ones.
Yeah, there was a bunch of fish in there, man. It's every bait, but the quality wasn't in there. Come a little bit deeper. I think we're in like 42 feet right now, and quality's there.
We found the quality.
Let's keep catching them.
Yeah, we'll keep catching them indeed.
Indeed we will.
Indeed we will. Red grouper. Decent red grouper.
Damn, that's a nice red grouper.
Yeah.
Surprising little double up right there on the old free line. Nice red grouper on the old free line, ain't it?
Another species we catch during our red snapper season. Since gags are closed this year during red snapper, we get to catch red grouper now.
Yeah, so you're seeing it here first. So right here, you got the gag grouper, and that's your red grouper. Same family, different color.
So while we were out there gag fishing, we came across some red grouper, which is the gag's cousin, and we caught some pretty nice ones, even though that's not what we were targeting. Yeah, you have a little higher percentage of landing these fish when you catch them on free line because they come out of their hole, away from their home, away from the structure, and you got a little better chance of winning the battle. Uh-oh. Gag?
I got a gag, I think, on the old 40-pound leader. Pretty good one, too. I don't know if I'll get him out. He's trying to go. He ate a little piece of shrimp. I think he's trying to go home. It ain't no slouch. Well, dropped down, tried to catch a hogfish, and I'm pretty sure Mr. Gag wanted him a little piece of shrimp. He's giving this rod all it wants. I can't tighten down the drag. I only got about 40-pound leader on here, and that's why.
Damn. That's gonna be a good one.
Yeah, it was. That was a freaking big one. Throughout the day, I dropped down 40-pound leader trying to catch hogfish with a little bitty shrimp. And being that I went down leader so small, there was a big gag down there on the bottom, and they love shrimp. And he ate a little bitty piece of shrimp about that big. And it was definitely not what I was hoping to hook. I mean, we went around and around. He went in the rock, I pulled him out, and wouldn't you know it, 40-pound leader is not as strong as you would think. And he got down in a rock and cut me off. So a grouper uses the reef, you know, more to hide, so to say, but it also, the reef is lifeful, so it brings a bunch of bait by. So them grouper, usually they just hide down in a little crack, or they get kind of, you know, on top of the rock and they just lay there and they wait and ambush for something to come by. A gag grouper is probably one of the hardest pulling fish out there in the ocean, pound for pound. You know, when they bite it, they attack it. It's such a furious bite. They strip drag and they're always trying to get back home. So gags are definitely one of my favorite fish to target just because they're so strong and such sheer power.
There he is. Oh. I got a good one, Laramy.
Got a good one over there?
Yes, sir.
Looks like a good one there.
And there's a shark eating. What is that? A damn shark.
You get him?
Yeah, you got him. Yep, big old gag. Eating half.
The old tax man.
I paid him. Would have been a nice fish. Well, this is part of it. We don't get to land every big grouper. Sometimes we get taxed, Laramy.
Yeah, it's a sad, sad shame, but I guess you're gonna be out here amongst the sharks. It's gonna happen.
We're in their territory.
He took him a big old chunk of that one.
Yeah, the worst part of the day for me was when the shark ate my fish. I mean, I had a nice gag on, and I felt something kind of weird going on about midway up, and looked down, and it's about a 5-foot long shark just eating my dang big grouper. It was heartbreaking.
So Garrett's fighting this grouper off the bottom, and he gets him halfway up because he's not reeling him fast enough, and a shark comes up and eats half his grouper. So we do the whole spill, you know, and show the grouper that's been ate. And my very next bait down, I had to get a little revenge, a little payback for Garrett. I actually ended up hooking the shark that ate his, and around the boat we went. That didn't take long. Boy, that's a big one. I don't think I got a grouper here. Pretty sure I got your buddy, Garrett.
Thank you. Yeah, I do. Keep them occupied. I'm fishing over here.
Okay. I appreciate you getting him chummed up for me.
Absolutely. My grouper's in the arms of an angel right now.
Yeah.
It's working, Laramy.
Huh?
I said it's working.
God, I can't break it.
Keep them busy.
I'm tired of keeping them busy.
I appreciate it.
What you got, a nice gag over
The
there?
grouper's on fire over here, buddy.
Yeah?
You just come get on the action.
Will you get a knife?
Yeah. Reel it up, reel it up.
Here at Fishing Florida, we offer this shallow water grouper trip. It's a great time for family, man. We can't stress enough at how strong these fish are. And this is definitely a great fish catching trip. You catch a lot of numbers, you get a little bit of variety if you shrimp fish. There's just so much to do in this shallow water that it's a blast. You don't have to run as far offshore. This is definitely an awesome, awesome trip. These shallow water grouper trips are definitely a lot easier on people. We usually keep it from the 30 to the 50 mile mark. It's a definitely quicker day. We don't have to leave it early. And the fishing is just as incredible inside as it is out there.
So this is gonna be our last spot of the day. Think we can pull a couple more big gags out of here?
Yeah, I think so. You know, this is a big natural reef, a lot of bottom. The fish are usually covered up on this one. We catch a bunch of different species here. It's definitely a good one to end on.
Absolutely.
I think we're gonna catch them right here. Fish on.
Nope.
Hold it right there. He'll come back for it.
Nah. Oh, this
That's
is the
a good one too.
Oh, come on.
That's a big one there, G.
Yep, this is a good one. Oh, I hear the line in the rock.
Got a hold of a grown one over there.
This is a good one. This is why we made that big move.
Yes, sir. That's a good one. Yes, sir.
Not bad.
Pretty one there. He ate that thing, didn't he?
Yeah, he swallowed it pretty good. Hold on. These grouper have a large mouth, kind of like a largemouth bass, but with teeth, and a big, wide, broad tail that provides them the power to pull you down into the structure. The fish are kind of a brownish green color. Some are darker than others, but for the most part, they're dark brown, green. A lot of these fish are built like footballs. They're real thick. There's no doubt about it. When you look at these gags, they're built to throw down.
There he is.
Another good one. Gotta get him past the shark. Not a bad one.
Fishing right here in Crystal River, the grouper fishery is the best in the country as far as I'm concerned. We have shallow reefs, we have deep reefs, we have we have grouper from 4 foot to 400 feet. And there's so many miles, so many different rocks, so many different cracks. I mean, my hands are war slam out. We just caught tons and tons of grouper today. That just shows, you know, the fishery is healthy. We're catching a lot of small ones, we're catching a lot of big ones. We're catching grouper here on this coast from 5 pounds all the way up to 50 pounds. I mean, the fishery is just thriving. And to say that you could go somewhere else and do what we have right here in Crystal River, I don't think you can.
There he is. That's a good
That's
fish.
a good one.
Yep. Knew there had to be a big gag down there.
Oh yeah.
Keep the sharks away from them, we'll be good.
Nice gag there. It's a good one there.
Not a bad one. Well, Laramy, day didn't go exactly as planned, but made some changes, made it work.
Yeah, you know, we pushed out a little bit deeper, got into a lot better quality fish. Gag fishing is definitely a little bit tougher than we expected, but man, we come out here and caught some nice quality ones.
Caught a bunch all day.
Oh yeah, a bunch of fish. I mean, the fishery's healthy for sure.
Yeah.
Just a lot of smaller ones inshore.
Just had to get here a little deeper, get these bigger ones. Well, why don't we pack it on up on this one and head back to the house?
Yes, sir, I'm ready. Go back, get us some dinner.
Sounds good.